Of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Kayla Clark's like, what the hell is this?
The Indiana Fever are committing the ultimate sin in sports. They're sabotaging their own superstar. A now viral clip of a coach physically restraining Caitlin Clark has exposed the deep-seated dysfunction within the organization. But that grab is just the tip of the iceberg. From bizarre coaching to on-court cold shoulders, a troubling pattern suggests the biggest threat to Caitlin Clark's success might be her own team.
Clark has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached that.
The clip that went viral showed assistant coach Karima Christmas Kelly yanking Clark back as she tried to ignite the home crowd. The shock on Clark's face was palpable, a mixture of confusion and disbelief that resonated with millions. For many, this wasn't just an isolated sideline interaction. It was a physical manifestation of the resistance Clark has seemingly faced since the day she was drafted. It was the moment the whispers and quiet concerns among fans boiled over into a full-blown public narrative. What should have been a celebration of her incredible energy became a symbol of the franchise's apparent desire to control it.
So look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no question about that.
This strange dynamic isn't just confined to the sidelines, it bleeds onto the court. Fans and analysts have pointed to a noticeable lack of chemistry, with veteran players sometimes appearing to ice out the rookie phenom. One of the most glaring examples involves forward Natasha Howard, where plays develop with Clark wide open, only for the ball to be forced elsewhere. These moments fuel the perception of a deliberate effort to diminish her role, turning potential fast breaks and open shots into stagnant, wasted possessions. This isn't just about rookie growing pains. It points to a deeper dysfunction and a failure to build an offensive strategy around the most potent scorer in the league.
So everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up, man. Why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you seen right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark as Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up for a big time game. And
the coaching decisions have also come under intense scrutiny. Former head coach Christy Sides was frequently criticized for her perplexing rotations, often pulling Clark from games right after she'd hit a hot streak or during crucial high-pressure moments. Fans were left baffled, questioning whether these moves were strategic or simply a way to keep their star player from shining too brightly. While Sides was eventually let go, with Clark later hinting that the team never really had the best game plans, the sense of a disconnect between coaching philosophy and maximizing Clark's once-in-a-generation talent remains a major concern for the Fever faithful.
But like, this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least be questioned for them being fired. Then goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said. But like, you can't just grab.
The irony of the situation is staggering when you look at the numbers. The quote Caitlin Clark effect has been an economic engine for the entire WNBA. Her presence has led to a massive surge in ticket sales, a more than 500% boom in merchandise, and record-breaking television viewership. In fact, one financial expert estimated that Clark was responsible for over 25% of all WNBA economic activity in her rookie season. The Indiana Fever franchise, once valued at $90 million, has seen its worth skyrocket to a reported $340 million. Yet the very organization benefiting from this gold rush appears to be treating their most valuable asset like a liability, creating a bizarre contrast between her off-court impact and on-court treatment.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team, bro.
Digging deeper, there's a more controversial narrative at play. Some argue that the pushback Clark faces is rooted in resentment from established players and a league grappling with the sudden stardom of a white player in a predominantly black league. She doesn't fit the traditional mold and has largely avoided engaging in the political discourse that has become common in the sport, which may make her an uncomfortable figure for the league's old guard. This has led to a perception that she's being punished for her unprecedented and rapid success, forcing the WNBA to confront difficult questions about race, privilege, and who gets to be the face of the league.
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is Tiger.
The cumulative effect of these issues is visibly wearing on Clark. The fiery, passionate player who captivated the nation at Iowa now often appears subdued and visibly frustrated on the court and the sidelines. The joy that defined her game seems to be flickering under the weight of perplexing coaching, awkward team dynamics, and the constant physical targeting from opponents. This isn't just about a box score. It's about the slow draining of a superstar's passion, a human cost that is becoming increasingly difficult to watch.
Has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other. But
this sustained dysfunction has led to a growing chorus of fans and commentators calling for a trade. The argument is simple. If the Fever are either unable or unwilling to build their franchise around Clark, then the best move for everyone, especially Clark, is to let her go. A move to another team could set her free from the micromanagement in what appears to be a toxic environment. There is little doubt that numerous other franchises would leap at the opportunity to properly build around a player who has already proven she can lift the entire league.
Somebody had put on there, has this coach been reprimanded, suspended, fired? This is really terrible behavior. what is happening behind the scenes. If the WNBA wants to do an investigation, they might want to look into the Fever staff treatment of Caitlin Clark. And you see right here, women are equal, correct? We all know the story. This would be if there was a male coach, why a double standard, fire her. Coach's posture is interesting. I remember seeing it live and thought it was weird.
From a business perspective, the Fever's handling of Clark is nothing short of malpractice. Imagine drafting Michael Jordan and telling him to pass more and dunk less. It's insanity. Clark isn't just a player, she's a one-woman economic stimulus package. She prints money, sells out arenas, and draws more eyeballs than the league has ever seen. Yet, the Fever's strategy seems designed to actively suppress their greatest asset. Every time a veteran ignores her on an open wing, it's not just a bad basketball play, it's a missed marketing opportunity. Every time she's benched while on a hot streak, it's a direct blow to their own brand. They were handed a golden goose, and instead of collecting the golden eggs, they seem determined to wring its neck, a baffling approach that defies all business logic.
No one is giving you a chance, and it's not fun no more. Angel Reese fans no longer making it fun. They've been very draining and exhausting. The Caitlin Clark haters is no longer making it fun. They draining and exhausting. Your fans, some of the CC fans are no longer making it fun. They are draining and exhausting. No one, I mean not one, is giving you the opportunity in your era to grow, for you to get better. Everyone has high expectations of you because of what you did your first year.
Caitlin Clark getting basically wrecked. This is one of the worst decisions that I have ever seen any league engage in. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw for a team sport in my life relative to the audience that would be fans of the sport without her. Bigger than Michael Jordan was for the NBA, bigger than any NFL star has ever been. All of those sports were very popular before those athletes got there. Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. Every game she is dropping golden eggs, and they are trying to strangle the golden goose to death. It's one of the dumbest things I've.
With every frustrating loss and awkward sideline exchange, the calls for a trade grow louder. It's no longer a whisper, it's a roar. Fans are fantasy booking her exit, imagining a world where she's free. Picture Clark in a system that actually wants her to shoot from the logo. A team with guards who see her as a primary target, not an afterthought. Imagine her on a team like the New York Liberty or the Las Vegas Aces, franchises built on modern, fast-paced offense. The thought alone is electric. A trade wouldn't just be a fresh start, it would be an emancipation. If the Fever won't unleash her, another team will gladly build an empire around her, and Indiana will be left with nothing but regret and the bitter memory of what could have been.
Now, I said this yesterday. I'm all for the veteran players. But at the end of the day, did we all forget that this is Caitlin's team? Like, did y'all just throw that whole situation out the window? #1 draft pick, rookie of the year, breaking all the damn records like they're scratch-offs? Bruh, what is we doing here, dog? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that they tripping, man, at this point in time. I mean, I want to see the Caitlin we seen in Iowa. What happened to the Iowa CC? The greatness. I mean, bruh, we haven't seen the Logo 3 in a month.
This entire saga is bigger than one player or one team. It's a defining moment for the WNBA. The league begged for a mainstream superstar, a cultural phenomenon who could elevate the sport to new heights. They got one in Caitlin Clark. Now the world is watching to see what they do with her. Will they protect their biggest star from on-court cheap shots and off-court sabotage? Or will they allow an outdated, resentful culture to smother the brightest light they've ever had? How this plays out will determine the league's trajectory for the next decade. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about whether the WNBA is truly ready for the big time, or if it will fumble the greatest gift it has ever received. Caitlin Clark's legacy will be just fine, but the league's is hanging in the balance.
Hey, Caitlin Clark, this is for Caitlin. If you're not Caitlin, keep it pushing. Okay, this is for Caitlin only. Caitlin, what I'm about to tell you, as a supporter of yours, as a fan of yours, that has been watching you since Iowa, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. the WNBA, it's time to wrap that shit up, okay? It's time to go. Pack your shit up. Let's go. I don't want this for you no more, okay? I've been here. I don't want this for you no more. It's too much. Too much expectation. It's all about race. It's too biased. Everybody just wants.
Ultimately, the story of Caitlin Clark's rookie season is a complex and troubling one. It's a story of a generational talent who has exceeded every commercial and viewership expectation, yet seems to be systematically held back by her own team. The question is no longer if Clark will be a transcendent star, but where she will be one. The Indiana Fever is on the clock. If they don't soon recognize and properly nurture the golden goose they were gifted, they risk losing the most valuable player in the league, who will undoubtedly take the sport's massive new spotlight with her, leaving them behind in the shadows.